Well, hey everybody, I wanted to talk to you a little bit today about going to church and why we might want to go to church. I know that the pandemic really changed things. A lot of us got comfortable with watching church services at home or just doing other things on Sunday morning and just got out of the habit of going to church. I thought I might just touch in on why it might be a good idea to stay connected with church. I had three things I wanted to touch on: community, connection, and consciousness. And first of all, the church community, I think, is just such an important place where we can learn and grow, we can see and be seen, and I think we just don't get that same feel when we're watching it at home. You know, I remember the first time when I came to this community here, and my wife and I, we'd been married for a couple of years, but we'd been going through a tough time, and we were split up and living in separate places, and she asked me to come check out this church that somebody had invited her to. I was pretty reluctant, I must admit, but I came and I could just feel something in this community, and I could feel that there was just a sense of support here, and that I could learn here and I could grow here. And it took a while, but it helped us get back together, having this community to go to, and gave us a chance to work things out. And as time went on, you know, we raised our kids in this community, and I got to do a lot of things with the youth ministry here. And just to see this community grow and to be a place where I could be a part of something and could contribute to something has meant so much to me. My buddy, Reverend Raz, who was here for many years, he used to say about addiction that it is grown in isolation and is healed in community. And I believe that about all of our addictions, not just about drugs and alcohol, but our addiction to media and our addiction to the way that we spend our time, and our addiction to maybe our sadness or our isolation. Coming to a community like this can heal that. You know, and I remember a lot of us probably went to communities when we were young, went to churches when we were young, and didn't feel as connected. And I think that now is an opportunity for us to get back into a community and to feel it again. Because there's a sense of connection in community. One of the things that I get to do that I really love is to sing that song, Surely the Presence, at the beginning of every service on Sunday morning. And I also sing it at weddings and memorials and baptisms. I've been singing it for years and years, and people often ask me, do you ever get tired of singing that song? And I always say, not yet, because it always reminds me of my connection with Spirit. And I get the opportunity to bring other people into that sense of connection. I've always loved that feeling when we drop into our hearts and feel that connection with a power greater than we are. You know, we have a tendency to think that there's a separation between our secular life out in the world and our spiritual life that we have on Sunday morning, but the truth is there's no separation there. We're always connected. We're always connected with Spirit. I can remember a few years ago when I was doing a wedding up in the mountains, and the bride asked somebody to come and get me ahead of time, and she was getting ready, and her little son was with her, 6-year-old son, and he was pretty upset because his mom was getting remarried, and he was crying and didn't really know what to do. And I figured, well, he doesn't really want to talk to me, but I'll give it a try. So I went in and said, you know, to start this off, I'm going to be singing a song. And I think you know this song too, Surely the Presence. And he said, yeah, I know that. And I said, well, I'd appreciate it if you'd help me out. And so when I got in there, I picked up my guitar and looked over at him, gave him a thumbs up, and he started singing it with me. It just reminded me of how connected he felt by doing something like that he knew. And I think these rituals that we have, that we go to church, connect us with a sense of Spirit, Connect us with a sense that we're part of something so much bigger than our secular lives, bigger than politics, bigger than the news, bigger than the things that are going wrong with us. So I think that that sense of connection is important. And we affirm that with our spiritual practice. And our spiritual practice is how we build consciousness. You know, one of the things that I loved here was when I first got here, I heard the minister say, I know what a bunch of screw-ups you people are, because I'm just like you. And we can do better. And that really resonated with me. I can do better. And I think building my consciousness is really something I've been able to do here, to expand my thinking, to take classes. And I always love hearing the talks on Sunday mornings. A lot of times I listen to the talk twice on Sunday morning. I just like that feeling to be talking about spiritual issues and to be realizing that that spirit that is alive all around me is alive inside me too. I remember the first time I heard that concept from Paramahansa Yogananda about each of us being drops in the ocean of spirit. And if you took a drop of water out of the ocean and put it under a microscope, you could see all the different elements of the ocean in that one drop. They're all mixed together in that one drop. The essence of the ocean lives in the drop. And that's true for us. The essence of spirit, the essence of God, is alive in each of us. All the aspects of God are alive in us, moving through us. And I think building our consciousness is something that we do at church. We get into a group of people that are concerned and open-hearted and willing to grow, to learn, to move forward in their lives. And so I would like to just offer a challenge. I'd offer you the opportunity to feel welcome to come back to church. Just try coming back 3 weeks in a row. See what it's like. See what you feel walking in the door. I can still remember that there was a feeling I got the first time I walked in here. You can remember it. You remember your time walking in. It's worth the effort. This community is an important thing for all of us. So important to have a place for our kids to grow. Our sense of connection to something bigger than us, something that's mysterious, that we're not going to figure out. Anytime that we think that we've got God figured out, we're fooling ourselves. And the last thing, consciousness. We're here to grow, we're here to learn, we're here to be a part of something so much bigger than us. So come on back to church and enjoy yourself. Of course, the most important part of church is the announcements. So make sure you get here on time. Have a great week.
And so we breathe in this present moment. And in this breath, it is the breath of life. The breath of the all there is that breathes in every aspect of our body. So we cannot breathe on our own. We are here because God is the presence within our very being. It is everywhere. It is all things. It is the Spirit in everything that we see and sense, and all of our senses and everything in the deeper aspects of ourselves. We are that, and it is us. For we are blessed to be within its very presence. For it is everything that ever has been and ever will be. It is the upward spiral of greater becoming, as love and peace and harmony and joy. It is compassion. It is the effervescence of life itself in everything that we experience. We see it in the snow-capped mountains here in Colorado. We breathe it in the air as springtime is approaching. We know that the jonquils will soon kind of raise their yellow heads, and we will know that springtime is about to begin. We see it as the birds are returning. And we know that we can feel it in the presence of the energy of life itself, becoming something even more magnificent as we step into this new season and celebrate life in every single moment. And we're so blessed to live in this incredibly lovely time of our lives where everything is moving, everything's growing, we are all becoming something even greater still. And in this, we breathe in this glory, and we are it, and we know that it is so, because everything that God is, we are as well. If God is all there is, then we are that as well. In the glory and the nature and the beauty of everything that ever has been, that is who we have been in our life. And it is what we will create as we co-create our lives with the divine as we move forward. I know this for myself as I know for everyone I speak for in this prayer today, that we all come together. We all do this in our own individual way, but we're doing it in our own glory. And in this, we are in this life together, in the oneness of what we experience, in the expression of divine in all of us. And we celebrate this life. We celebrate it in our work. We celebrate it in our families. We celebrate it with our loved ones. We celebrate it with our neighbors. We celebrate it as we're out in nature on a walk all by ourselves, as we pray, as we meditate, as we study, as we play, as we enjoy life. We are breathing in the breath of God in every single moment, and it is breathing us. And how blessed we are to be this expression of the divine as our individual nature, as each and every one of us is an individual nature of the divine, but we are all in this together in our own individual way, where we are glorified in the expression of the divine that is infinite in its possibilities and glorified in all that we do. And how blessed we are. And we're so thankful just to know the simplicity of this elegance, that we are one with everything that ever has been and ever will be, and the possibilities are endless in what it is we're doing. And so we just simply say, thank you, Spirit. Thank you for the life that we live and the life that we breathe and the life that we extend through love and harmony and grace and elegance and compassion to all beings around us, whether they're people, the animal family, plant kingdom, the earth herself, and all of the universe. For it is a glorious expression. In all that we do, we are so very blessed. So we just simply release this prayer right now. We release it into the mind of God. For God knows what to do, and how to do it in every single moment. We just simply say yes to Spirit. We simply glorify in its grace, in its elegance, knowing full well. We just let it go. We release it, and we say, and so it is. Amen.